Hi. So tonight, today, for a change, I want to talk about relationships in your 30s, but I want to make it a little bit different. And I don't know how this is gonna work, but I kind of want to start making like a little blog, and to make it easy for myself, we're gonna go downstairs to pick up the clothes that I have drying up, and after this we will continue with the usual schedule. I want to get comfortable filming outside, but I'm really nervous if I bump into people, so maybe this is a good start, like a good test to start in my apartment, see how I feel, and then I can continue outside. Not today outside, but maybe as a warm-up I can do it in the building. So let's see. I feel like I'm gonna stop as soon as I go out, so if this is the end of the vlog, this is the reason. But let's see. I'm scared already. Okay, very good, very good. I can't forget the key because I will be locked out of my room if I don't have it. But I feel like now my focus is on the video, not so much on focusing on the key. But let's see. So I live in this apartment that is kind of, the building is kind of like a hotel. Oh no, already. But yeah, it's kind of like a hotel. So the washing machines are all in the second floor. Let's see. Oh. So it didn't go as planned, and I don't know if I'm gonna use these clips, but yeah. Let's see. And we're back in my comfort zone, in my apartment. That was a horrible idea. I'm happy I tried, ? This is for later. But yeah, let's stick to the usual schedule. Moral of the story is don't try new things because they don't work, and you just have a bad time trying new things. But also talking about trying new things. This week on Tuesday, I did something really cool. I did my first modeling gig, I guess, completely for free, just for funsies. But I had a blast, and I guess I can insert some footage in here. But it was the weirdest thing. So long story short, my friend or former friend was being contacted by this photographer on Instagram because he is quite fit, and this photographer takes pictures of naked people that are quite in good shape. But my friend didn't want to do it, so I'm like, oh, maybe you can send him my email and we can talk, maybe I can do it. And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? And I talked with this photographer, I sent him some videos, and it was super fun, and I cannot wait to see the edited pictures. But yeah, for this video, I wanted to talk about, again, relationships in general, but also the difference between just relationships in general, but my mindset, how it has shifted now that I'm 31. So I had a really interesting conversation with 3 younger people this afternoon, and we were talking about relationships, how difficult it is for some people. I dare to say for almost everyone to be in a relationship. I feel like almost everyone wants to be in a relationship, but nobody's finding other good people. But everyone is complaining about it, so maybe the problem is not just the other people, it's also everyone. Maybe we're not being accountable with some of the things. But yeah, these people that I was talking to, they were 20 something, I think, so quite young, and they were complaining that people are not available, emotionally available, then maybe if they hook up on the first dates, they don't want to continue dating because it's like everything they wanted. So once they basically the relationship is over because that was the goal for some people. There was one of these guys that is polyamorous, I want to say. So it was really interesting to hear his perspective a little bit because it's much more different than mine. For example, now I've been seeing this guy for over a month and I think it's going quite great. So for me, the usual steps are you meet someone, you can still meet other people in the beginning, even so it's a bit confusing, but when I meet someone, I try to focus my full attention on this someone, on this person, but I completely understand that until it doesn't get more serious, we can still meet other people. But for me, I decided that if I'm meeting someone, I want to focus my full attention on that person, but the other person has the right to meet whoever he wants, even if he's meeting me at the same time. But for me, the path, let's say, is that I meet someone and after, I don't know, 3-4 dates, if it's going well, I kind of say that I delete Tinder, that I'm not meeting anyone, not for the other person to do the same, but just to let them know that that's what I decided to do, but I'm not forcing that into the other person. And then if we continue meeting, I expect the other person to tell me as well that they are not seeing anyone. So this is what it's happening currently. So at the beginning, after, I don't know, 3-4 dates, I told this person that I'm seeing that I deleted Tinder, I'm not seeing anyone, just as a fun fact, let's say, not expecting him to say the same. But then recently, after more dates, I think it's 7 or 8, he also told me that he's not in Tinder and he's not meeting anyone else. So for me, this is the path. This is what I wanted. This is what I was expecting. But I also understand that for some other people, I guess younger people, you don't need to follow this exact path. Like there's people who love different people at the same time, and that's completely valid. For me, I'll be honest, it's a bit of a weird concept, but of course I'm no one to judge. I can do what I want with my life, but I respect everyone else's decision. I don't know how I would feel if the person that I'm seeing, and in my mind I think it's getting serious, will be exclusive at some point. I don't know how I would feel if the other person would tell me that he doesn't want to be exclusive, that he wants to meet other people. But there are polyamorous people and they have all the right to do that, of course. Maybe it's a bit of a generational thing, I don't know. At least the people my age, I'm 31, we are mostly looking for the exclusivity, like just to be with someone and the other person is not meeting anyone else but you. But now I'm seeing more and more the younger generation, the 20 somethings, that it's completely fine to meet different people at the same time, and this doesn't mean that you are not loving everyone equally, which is a really weird concept. But again, I want to be open-minded, and I want to respect. It's not for me, but of course, everyone, to each their own, as they say. Everyone can live their life how they want it, as long as you communicate it with your partners, and you don't hurt anyone. It will be really I'll be honest, if there's a couple and one of them, let's say they've been seeing each other for a couple of months and they haven't had the conversation like, what are we? If one of them thinks that they are exclusive and the other person is still meeting a lot of people because they are polyamorous, I guess communication is key for absolutely everything. So again, no judgment, just something that I don't want right now. But again, I'm trying to be open-minded. There's no wrong decisions. And also talking about this, I'll be really honest, I feel like in this climate, like in how the world is in general, it's really messed up. It's really messed up. So whatever makes you happy, again, if you're not hurting anyone, do whatever makes you smile, makes you enjoy life, because sometimes it can get rough. And I remember when I was in my 20s, I thought that life would be really easy, like my whole life. And to some degree, my 20s were completely fine. And in a way, I was kind of not missing, I don't know what's the word, but I kind of wanted to feel more. I know that this sounds a bit crazy, but people were telling me that they were going through stuff, through breakups, grieving, they were getting fired, they were getting addicted. I don't know, there's a lot of things. So they were going through it and they were feeling a lot of emotions, valid emotions, of course. But for me, I had kind of like an easy life. Like I had my job, I had my friends, I had some boyfriends, I had some breakups. I don't know, I was just living life but quite neutral. I don't want to say bad. I think I had a really good 20s, but it was kind of neutral. I don't know how to put it. But then a couple of years ago, I was sort of complaining that I was not feeling much and people around me were feeling a lot. It's not that I wanted to go through it, it's not that I wanted to suffer, but maybe in a way I did want it to experience stuff just to feel. I don't know, it sounds really weird. I don't know if I'm putting it into words as I should, but I was complaining a couple of years ago that life was easy in a way, and maybe partially it was because I was not being ambitious and I had goals, but it was not like big things that were impossible to accomplish. I don't know, I was happy at times, I was sad at times. I don't want to give the impression that I was depressed, just not feeling absolutely anything, but I was not feeling as much as other people. It looked like I wanted just to suffer, but it's not the case. Recently this year I've been going through stuff, and of course I don't want to say that I'm happy to be going through things, but I'm happy in the sense that I'm feeling a lot of emotions, a lot of bad emotions, a lot of things that I never felt in my life, that at some point I was thinking that I was never gonna feel, that I would go through all my life just meet, if that makes sense. But this year and last year a little bit as well, I've been going through it, and I know that I'm gonna be okay. Like there's gonna be a point where I'll be positive and all these dark periods, they're gonna be over. But I'm kind of happy in a way to go through these things, because you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about the people surrounding you, you learn a lot about the way that you process things, because if everything goes all right, it's really easy to have a good time, to have a good life. But when something difficult is taking place is when you develop new skills, let's say. I hate the phrase, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, like the song by Kelly Clarkson. It's so true, because sometimes, let's say a heartbreak or losing friends or losing family, it's super hard, but you're gonna be fine. Even if in the moment you don't feel like it, you need to think positively and be real with yourself. Like, even though right now it feels really dark, it feels really negative, it feels like there's not gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel, you're gonna see it eventually. And maybe it's not gonna be immediate, maybe it's not gonna be tomorrow or the next month, but eventually you're gonna be better and you're gonna overcome whatever you're going through right now. It's good to feel things, because at some point I thought that I was just a robot, that I was not living life as I should. And it's a good thing to feel so many emotions, because I guess you feel alive and you feel a lot of things that are new feelings to handle. It sounds so childish, but I have to be really honest with myself, and this is my channel, so I can talk about whatever the I want. If you don't like it, just click away. But yeah, during my 20s everything was good, and now in my 30s I've been going through some stuff, and I'm not happy about the things that have happened, but I'm happy to see myself evolve, and I don't know, by the end becoming a better person. You learn a lot about yourself, and you also learn a lot about the things that, about the people that you want to be surrounded with, and you also learn a lot about, like, sometimes you think that people are evil, but this doesn't give me any peace. Let's say someone makes some, let's say someone is treating you like in my mind before, I was thinking he's treating me like because he's a bad person, that's it. But I really want to think that even if someone is being bad to you, it's not that they are a bad person, it's just that they are bad to you at that moment, and I'm sure they have their reasons. This doesn't mean that you can not do anything about it. Let's say, I'll be really specific. I had this friendship for a really long time, over a year, and we were not boyfriends, but we were really close. And lately we haven't been that close. We lost touch completely. So I've been thinking a lot about this relationship, and at the beginning I was quite mad. I was really upset at him because I was thinking, how can it be that we were so good friends at some point, then something bad happens to me, and when I needed the most my people, this specific friend was not there, was not checking on me, just decided to not talk to me at all, while before we were talking almost every day and doing things in real life almost every day. It's a crazy concept, but instead of just thinking, oh, he's a bad person, he's evil, he deserves the worst, which I've been thinking, I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to be a bit more open-minded, and I really want to believe that people are good. So now I'm in the phase where instead of just trying to forget this person and forget everything that we've done together, because we've done a lot together, I'm trying to keep these memories as something that happened in the past, that it was okay for that moment. It's not gonna happen again, but I still want to remember that with positive energy. And even if he was not around me when I needed him the most, he must have his own reasons. It doesn't mean that he's a bad person in general. It just means that he was a bad friend to me. But I really want to give grace and compassion, I guess, to other people, because if I'm just feeling angry, if I'm just mad at people, I don't think this energy helps absolutely anyone. It doesn't help the other person, it doesn't help me, because usually when you are mad at someone, it's because there's been some miscommunication, or because there's some other feelings that you're trying to process, you don't know how to. So the easiest thing is just to be mad, it's just to be upset. But I really don't want to do it. So there's like different phases, I guess. I'm sure if there's a therapist watching this, there's a path that people follow when you, I don't know, people don't talk enough about losing friendships, and it's quite harsh, because when you are breaking up with your partner, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, everyone knows that it's gonna be difficult. But I really want to say that losing friends, it's, if not equal, even worse than losing a partner, because usually with boyfriends, at least what happened to me in the past, you just don't talk, and since you don't go to the same environments, that's completely fine. But with friends, usually you have some people in common, or I don't know, you go to the same places or whatever, so it's really difficult to just forget about that person. At least in my case, I see this person really often, so it's difficult to forget. And I don't know if that would be the good way to process this friendship loss, just forgetting someone and not seeing that person. I need to process it, but I don't know how. And I think I'm gonna stop. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, to be completely honest. It was just a lot of talking. I don't know if it made any sense at all, so I'll check while I edit. But yeah, I guess what I was trying to say is that it's okay to feel. And I discovered recently that I'm quite an emotional person. I'm a Cancer, and apparently cancers feel a lot, and that's a good thing. But sometimes when I'm really sad, when I'm thinking about some of the stuff that have happened and I get in this dark mindset, I'm like, oh my god, I don't like that I'm here, and maybe I cry, and maybe I'm not in the mood to do anything. But then I think it's okay to feel this stuff. Like, I wouldn't like the opposite. I wouldn't like to go through life without feeling absolutely on anything. You have to pick a side, like go through stuff and not feel a thing, or go through stuff and feel a lot of emotions. And again, I think this is the better thing to choose, because then you grow as a person and you learn about yourself and about a lot of things. And now I'm rambling, so I'll finish this up. Thank you very much if you watched until the end. I know this is a bit of a mess, but this is a bit of a mess as well. Not my hair, but my brain inside. So yeah, thanks for watching, I guess. I don't love this one, but yeah, that's it. Bye bye.